Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus Raw. 1/18/2021. Man, was this some dumb shit. Alright, so we open Raw with a video tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Much the same as it has been year after year, and it's very good. It is very good. I just have nothing bad to say about that, for sure. We've got Tom Phillips, we got Samoa Joe, Byron Saxton. I have found the hole in their game. They are my favorite WWE announced team. However, they're not great at putting over the dumb shit. They really have a hard time doing it. And I mean, I'm not blaming them in that it's like, I get that that's hard to do because they're better at presenting and being excited by action that has kind of logical inferences and makes sense. Samoa Joe in particular comes across as a guy who's commenting on an MMA fight, which is a nice look for what the WWE often does. But with the dumb shit, like the Alexa Bliss shit at the end, it sounds ludicrous when they're commentating it. They haven't found that proper balance. And again, it's not the easiest thing to do. But I'm thinking of, in particular, like Joey Styles was really good at sort of matching the moment, whatever that was, with his commentary. And I'm just not getting that from the three of them. So we got Randy Orton. He's wearing an old school style lucha mask. It looks really dumb. He's got the burns. First thing I thought, it just shows what wrestling has done to me. When I see somebody with some kind of face covering for an angle, is I think, oh, are they getting plastic surgery done? Or did they? And then we get, he's talking and the promo just takes fucking forever. And I know people, by and large, like this delivery from Randy Orton. I find it indulgent and boring. And he talks about Triple H, and, we don't get any indication of where he disappeared to, right? He rolls around. It's just, we're watching old clips. They're reminding everybody of the shit that happened. Now he's saying, does a thing where he lights a match and says he's going to kick ass at the Royal Rumble and then blows out the match. Fuck a duck. They reveal that Goldberg will be on the dirt sheet tonight, and the main event is Alexa Bliss against Asuka in a non-title match. The fuck? Okay, so we see the whole saga with Ric Flair and Lacey Evans. What's this thing? Again, it's half the show using to promote the other half of the show. It's now we just run old clip packages to continually catch us up on what's going on. Here's the problem. If you've watched soap operas, and I mean real soap operas, the ones that show up daily, longtime soap opera watchers know that there are days that you have to watch and days that you don't have to watch, because some days are basically just rehashing the shit. Every episode of Raw is now the rehash days that you don't have to pay attention to in the real soap operas. And that's not good. It's not a good look. So the long and short of it is Evans says she's arranged for Peyton Royce to knock the queen off her throne. Okay, so we get Charlotte Flair and Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce, boy, good thing they split up the Iconics, huh? It's been nothing but dynamite for both of them. Kidding, of course. They go to commercial during this match, which goes on, and Charlotte Flair wins. She keeps the figure eight locked in past the referee's count. Yeah. They're hyping Asuka again and Alexa Bliss for tonight. And Asuka has also been invited to Alexa's playground. Why would Asuka go on Alexa's playground? Why would she do that? I guess we'll find out. Hurt Business walking past Riddle in the back. He jokingly compliments them on their suits. They threaten each other. They go to commercial. Again, half the show to promote the other half of the show. Riddle's in the locker room with Lucha House Party after the commercial. He's going to be good to go for the tonight's six-man. He's just got to tape his foot up. Half the show to promote the other half of the show. We see Mustafa Ali's Twitter promo sending a strong message to Kingston over their history. And Ali is going to hurt Xavier Woods to get back at Kofi. And Kofi, by the way, is at home with a jaw injury. Using half of the show to promote the other half of the show. Now we get Xavier Woods against Mace. And there's Mustafa Ali at ringside with T-Bar. He of the Twitter warrior against Sammy Guevara. The reckoning is there. Mia Yim's really great. I'm sorry about this. And of course, Slapjack as the world's biggest and perhaps only Slapjack fan. Match happens. Mace wins. Phew. Retribution joins Mace in his victory. Ali kneels down and taunts Kofi, telling him to get well soon. Woods is hurt and alone. Asuka's walking backstage. Oh, I love that trope. Sarah Schreiber approaches and asks her about being invited to the playground. Asuka says she doesn't know. Asuka says Bliss has a dark side after they show a replay of Bliss hitting a fireball on Randy Orton. What the fuck? Commercial. They're back from the break and they air the video from the past weekend, hyping up where the next 3 WrestleManias are going to be. We go back to the ring for Alexa's playground segment as Bliss makes her way out. She sits on the swing, welcomes everyone, talks about Randy Orton, and then she introduces Asuka. Asuka comes out and she goes to sit on the other swing, but Bliss tells her, no, that's not your seat. It's awkward. Asuka's really scared at Bliss's weirdness. That's the long and short of it. The announcers hype Goldberg against McIntyre. And then Jeff Jarrett's going to discuss this match later on. What the fuck? Okay. Miz and Morrison are walking backstage. They say what they have planned for Goldberg is controversial, and controversy brings cash. Oh, God. Like the Money in the Bank briefcase, which Miz holds up. This is fucking awful, right? Do we know this? This is all awful. This is so... I just write the word inconsequential again and again and again. We got Mandy Rose against Shayna Baszler. Oh, motherfuck. Before the match starts, Baszler and Jax are arguing. They go to commercial. They come back, and we don't even have the match yet. We have the Jeff Jarrett shit. He does a pre-recorded video from home. He predicts that Goldberg's going to beat Drew McIntyre. Then we go back to the ring and get a replay of what Baszler did to Rose. Nia Jax joins the announcers for commentary in case you wanted this to be worse. Baszler wins this in relatively quick fashion, as she should. What the fuck is this? At one point, Brooke drop kicks the back of Jax, sending her and Baszler into the ring post. Great. By the way, Bliss is going to wrestle Asuka later. Commercial. We come back from the break, and Baszler and Nia Jax are arguing. Caruso walks up, and they talk about how they've always argued. They talk about the current state Asuka and Charlotte Flair are in. Jax and Baszler declare that now is perfect time for them to get their rematch for the women's title. Oh, that could be true. We see what happened earlier. God damn, half the show is just recapping or promoting the same show. It's so bad. They gotta know it's this fucking bad, right? They got to know that this is terrible television. It's just not engaging television. And they're recapping the first and second hours, which get way higher ratings than the third hour. So who are you fucking recapping it for? The only people still watching are people that were clearly watching this whole time. So what the motherfuck, man? They took a look at SmackDown, and these things hurt them, and they don't know how bad it hurts them, because you just see how much cooler stuff is on the other show. You see Adam Pearce pulling the swerve on Roman Reigns, revealing Kevin Owens as Reigns' Royal Rumble opponent for the last standing match. Pearce is backstage with Ricochet now. And by the way, that little segment just proves Adam Pearce is the smartest guy on Raw, certainly, right? Pearce is backstage with Ricochet, like I said. It looks like Ricochet is going to wrestle AJ Styles tonight. Ooh. And if he wins, he could be eligible for a Royal Rumble match spot. AJ knocks Pearce for running from the Universal title match, and then he has words with Ricochet. Ricochet against AJ Styles. It's really good. There's a lot of almost stuff in here of jawing with him and being distracted by him and the rest of it. AJ Styles wins the match after a good one. Still to come, Goldberg's going to be on the dirt sheet. And they, for the fourth time, hype Asuka against Alexa Bliss. Yikes, dude. All right. Miz and Morrison are out for the dirt sheet. Here's Goldberg, but no, it's Gilbert. And then they have a fake Drew McIntyre. Riddle and Lucha House Party against the Hurt Business. I'm just going to go to that. Here they come, and then to commercial. This is the new trope on Raw. Instead of showing them walking backstage, we show them coming towards the ring. Then we cut to commercial before the match starts. And then when we come back, they show something else. And then they go to the match. Again, nothing about this screams you're watching live television. Nothing about this screams you're going to see something of consequence. Boy, bet you can't wait. It's all feels like bait and switches to try to cram as much infomercial-y kind of crap in about their own product that they can. And it's bad business. Lucha House Party, when we come back from the break, and the Hurt Business and all that stuff. I just don't get any of this. Here goes the 6-man. Here goes the match. And you know how it's going to end. I write right in the beginning, Hurt Lock on one of the Lucha Brothers. And that's exactly what happens. And they win. I'll say this. Riddle's hot tag looked really good in this. Even with the weird camera work and editing. His hot tag just looked really good. Even if I hate that drop to my own back and kick the dude in the face spot. Looks really good. Elias Jeff Hardy feud stuff. We show a bunch of stuff about that. And then still to come, we're going to hear from Drew McIntyre and we go to commercial. Here's the message from Drew McIntyre. He's in his home gym. He's still fighting COVID. It's getting better. He mentions the thing about Gilbert and fake McIntyre. And then he says, Drew says he's going to be back on Raw next Monday if Goldberg wants to meet him for some action. Jeff Hardy versus Jackson Riker. Here we go. Riker distracts the referee, but the referee still sees Elias shove Hardy, so he calls for the bell. Hardy runs and drop kicks Elias through the ropes. And Hardy fights off Riker, but he drives Hardy to the mat anyway. So we're definitely establishing that Riker is the bigger deal out of the two. Gotcha. Alexa Bliss is walking backstage, and then we go to commercial. Ooh, here we go. And then back from the break, and Tom confirms that both Goldberg and Drew McIntyre will be here next week for the Royal Rumble Go Home show. Wonderful. Asuka against Alexa Bliss. So we do this thing where Bliss is kind of changing back and forth between the little girl character and then this gothy one with the black lipstick. Long story short, Bliss wins this after Asuka's barely able to land a hit on her. And then she wins and she smiles. What the fuck is this show right now, guys? What the fuck is this show?